Hey everybody, Brad Stevens here, founder and CEO of Outsource Access, and happened to be with one of our clients, Jabez, Lebret. Been with us for 2 years. Thanks for stopping me. We actually had a conference here, and just love to just share quickly sort of the insight if he's had in working with us. You know, people understand a lot that VAs and offshore resources exist, and they know that they are around, but the question is like, how do I even use them? How do I integrate them? What am I gonna have them do? Kind of like how ChatGPT is now. It's like, this great thing exists, but how do I actually use them? So Jabez has been with us for a couple of years. So I asked him to, could you actually just share with some of our followers here, what are the things you're actually having Jessa do? We actually just shot a video we sent to Jessa, which was really cool, sharing what a great experience that he's been having with her. But could you share a couple things that you're having her do and the impact it's had for you?
Absolutely. I think it can be a little confusing at first as to what would I use a VA for, and I was actually very surprised after getting all the kinks worked out. So many of the process and procedures that Outsource Access has that allowed us to start organizing how we worked with our VA. I've got her doing like community outreach for me personally, so like on LinkedIn, sending out messages for me, connecting with people on LinkedIn, connecting with people on Facebook and Twitter to help me build my brand and my business and my exposure. We have her creating.
And to tell real quick, Jabez actually he's an author and a speaker, and he has a whole training business in the real estate space. So to give you context there.
Yeah, and so we have her reaching out directly to other groups that we want to be a part of and doing that direct outreach. We have her doing reports for our clients, and so she'll go in, we'll send her a bunch of data and a bunch of context, and then she'll write a whole report, put it in our branding, send it back to us so we can send it out to our clients to close more deals, to help keep our clients up to date on what's happening with their business and their projects. And it's just been a godsend to have somebody that I can trust that actually produces such a high caliber amount of work. I'm just thoroughly impressed. It's more than I could have possibly imagined. It's not just doing research online by any stretch. It goes so much farther than that. And I just can't speak to how many hours it saved me and how much money. I mean, this would cost me 40, 50, 60 grand a year here locally to have a full-time person, and they work our hours. I mean, she's been fantastic. Highly recommend it. It's been a godsend.
I appreciate the feedback, and that's exactly like unpacking some of those details that people don't kind of realize, where they can leverage and use these resources. And sometimes it's like, I don't know what I don't know. And the key thing you shared is trust. And the word I share with a lot of people is confidence. Like I can tell people how great all this stuff is, but it's not until you actually start working with this person. Like my first experience was with J-Cell, who's now my COO of the entire company with over 500 employees now. Is you start building confidence. It's like, okay, this sounds great. And you start working with that person and they're like, oh wow, they did this and they did that. And let me feed them some more and feed them some more. And then they become a whole integrated part of your organization. All of a sudden you're giving them tons of things and you unpack. So it's, beginning the process with baby steps, and then you unpack, and then you start identifying other things they can help with.
And if I could add one interesting thing, I've worked with VAs before over the years, and all the other companies I worked with were kind of like they found me somebody, and then that person became my VA, and then I managed them, and I trained them, and I did everything, which is fine. What I love about your setup at Outsource Access is that I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You have internal teams that are actively managing, training, and upskilling the VAs, so that I can focus just on my business and what I need, work directly with my VA on my business and what I need, and not have to worry so much about, is this person have access to a manager? Do they have access to upskilling? Do they have access to tools that they need to use? I don't have to worry about any of that stuff, which is amazing. And so that really takes a load off of us as business owners and managers and leaders. We're busy, and we don't want to spend all the time in the world having to manage those little things. If those can get taken care of, it's just such a huge weight off our shoulders.
Well, thanks for sharing that. Actually, I wasn't going to bring that up, but it's a core thing of the difference in our business model. When I chose to launch Outsource Access, was to actually hire everybody as full-time staff and part of our organization. So we have a corporate entity in the Philippines. We pay their health insurance, pay their benefits, but it's bringing on people that have a mindset of wanting to do this long-term. And then we do provide that management oversight. It's not just finding someone, throw them over the fence to you and say, hey, here's your person, and we leave. We actually build them. We have an ISOF program, upskilling. We have Cole we just launched, cultivating Outsource Access leaders, leadership development. So it's about them being a part of our culture and their growth, as well as being a part of your company as well. So, well, thanks so much for the opportunity to share quick feedback on that experience. Great to hear and run into our clients when they see us. So we'll be sharing a lot more of these coming forward, but hopefully that gives you some insight on what we do at Outsource Access. Take care.